You want sports? We got sports for you right here, Woodward Sports.
I'm never late. I'm always on time.
Oh.
When have I ever walked in here?
I want wings and pizza.
Is wings and pizza?
I want wings and pizza.
Yeah. I played with that gorilla. You hear me?
Okay. You have a Tesla. You float here.
You know, I always like to see the comments from the people that chime in like right away. Like Tammy said, "Good morning, Woody family." Good morning to you, Tammy.
Good morning.
Good morning. I hope everybody's having a great day. It's great to have Joique back in the house. It's been a while. How you doing, pal? You all right?
I'm good. I'm great, man. It was great. How was your weekend?
Little Rascals. I don't know why. Remember they always used to do that? Like that was something in the 30s. Like, yay.
Speaking of Little Rascals, so I got a phone call from my mom yesterday. It was on Facebook Messenger because she wanted to video call me. I don't know why she just doesn't get an iPhone so she can FaceTime me. So she calls me. She said, "Joique, look what I found." And so right now my mom is in the process of packing up the whole house because she's about to put a house on the market because she wants to move to Florida.
God bless her.
Yeah,
Enjoy it. You deserve it.
You deserve
Absolutely.
It. You know what? And I'm the son who's selfish, and I'm like, no, I need you here. I need you here in Michigan so you can be at arm's length. But she said, "Joique, I can just catch a flight to see you. It's the same amount of time, if not quicker, than driving from Benton Harbor to Detroit." And I said,
good logic. Moms are smart.
Yeah, okay. It actually might be even a little shorter. So I said, "Mom, listen, if that's what you want to do, I want you to be happy. You deserve it.
Aww.
I want you to. You deserve it." And so she calls me yesterday, and as she's cleaning up the house, she finds all these old baby pictures of me that I thought we lost when our house burned down. And she saw sending me these little kid photos of me when I'm like 1 and 2. And so when you said Little Rascal, I just thought about me being a kid. She found some pictures when I was like 8 and 10. And I was like, wow, I was a chubby little kid. Chubby. But no, it was good times, man. It was good times.
You know, it's funny. My mom has this picture that she had. She took it down recently, but she found it, I'd say, like 10 years ago. And it's probably from like 1991, I'd say. So, like, I think I'm 20 in the pictures before I turned 21. And my brother Dan is 15. And my brother Drew is, I think, 13 at the time.
Right.
Wait, am I doing the math? No, it's 16 and 13. And we all have our hair like down to here. And so she put it up on the fridge for a while, and she said, "Here are my daughters in 1991." Because I mean, we all had the hair down to there and everything. And isn't it funny you bring up something? And by the way, I want to get to something shortly. The last couple days, Terry and I have been talking about the expectations for the Lions. Well, as I told you a couple months ago, as the season draws nearer, people are going to get more excited, and therefore they're going to lose all sense of reality, and they're going to get excited about the Lions. And I'm going to tell you, I don't have a problem if you're doing it. If you think they're going to win 11 games, all jokes aside, do I agree with you? Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
But that's what fans do. Okay?
Absolutely not.
That's what fans do. I'm going to be intrigued to hear what Joique has to say. As a matter of fact, I know what Joique's going to say, but you're going to find out and see if you guys maybe feel the same way about him that you felt about me. People have been very mean the last couple days. Very mean.
How many games do you have them winning now?
5 or 6.
5 or 6.
We'll
get
to it in a
five.
second.
Because you said 5, I said
5
6.
or 6.
Okay,
5 or 6.
I said 6.
We'll get to it in just a second.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny? You brought up a point, if I may, very quickly before we move on to that.
Take your time.
Art, are you the same? Is your mom the same way? My mom is insistent on talking to me. She doesn't like to text me. She either wants to talk to me or she wants to FaceTime me. So when you said that, Joique, my mom's the exact same way. Like sometimes, like she'll hit me up and I'll go, "Oh, Mom, sorry, I'm at work. I'm unavailable." And she goes, "Call me later." So I'll text her and I'll go, "What's up?" And she goes, "I said call me." Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So my mom just wants to talk to me. Are you like that?
I wish my mom felt the same
No,
way.
I wish my mom felt the same. I called her this morning. I called my mom this morning because I was trying to send some funds to finish this home, and she rushed me off the phone. I have another meeting. I have to go.
Gosh.
Just such a busy lady.
Wow.
Such
yeah,
a busy
my
lady
mom
you are.
just she wants to talk.
Okay.
So we're having a barbecue on the 3rd of July, and I invited everybody. It's
Right.
like our family has not been together since COVID. Like everybody,
Right.
Because there are some people that weren't comfortable. And all jokes aside, if you're not comfortable, don't be comfortable.
Exactly.
Like, great. I'm not gonna. Hey, man, I'd love to come over, but I don't know. Okay, cool. Like, I'm not gonna judge anybody for that. But literally everybody's coming over. I mean, there are going to be people that haven't seen each other in a year and a half and everything. Right. And it was funny because my mom, it wasn't worthy of a phone call, but my mom had to talk to me about things. And I'm like, okay, I'll call you. So, Mom, I got it. Come on, I'll start, Friday night about 8 o'clock. I'm my other job, I'm off the air at 8 o'clock, and I'll start. Has there ever been a time where I haven't been prepared, Mom?
Is that the one with you and D-Mac?
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Okay.
And so, 8 o'clock at night, Friday, I'll start. I'll sleep for a couple hours. I go, Mom, everything will be ready by 5. Don't worry about it. Well, is this too much of a burden on you? I go, Mom, I've cooked for 200 people. This is nothing. I got this, but God bless moms. Do we appreciate our moms enough?
Yeah.
Like, Mom, I
appreciate
love you.
my mom.
If you see this, Mom,
I truly
you're the
appreciate
best.
my mom. You're thinking my mom has an opinion about everything, though. Hey, Mom, I'm having my camp on this date next year. Why that date? Let's move it to this date. I'm like, Mom, we're doing it on this date, Mom. Just lock it in. Okay. So we go back and forth. 'Cause my mom is very, very aggressive and decisive, and she's very debative as well. And I guess that's where I get it from, I guess. So, but moms are beautiful, man.
No, I love moms. No, just hearing you talk about that, I'm sorry. I got all sentimental thinking about my mommy. So yeah, it's kind of funny. We've been dealing with that the last couple days, and now, son, do you need me to bring? Mom, I got it. Mom, you're worrying unnecessarily.
Does he still call you her baby?
I can bring some pies over. Mom, really, it's fine. I got it.
My question: does your mom still call you baby?
No, she calls me. She has a couple nicknames for me that I'm not going to share with you guys.
No, okay, give us one. You got one of mine. You can give us one. You guys have one of mine.
Bluey.
Bluey? Okay.
Well,
Bluey. You never asked her?
Because when I was born, evidently my eyes were very blue, and they've kind of turned a blue-green color, so it doesn't make sense that she calls me Bluey. But
in her eyes, she'll never forget that picture.
Yeah, that's a baby, and she calls me Bluey, and she said it once in front of my kids, and my kids have never let me forget it. And that's so we have fun with it. But yeah, it's kind of Bluey.
Yeah.
But the other one's really, I'm not sharing that one. You asked for one, and there's a reason why I gave you the less one.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, she calls me the other one more often.
My mom she still calls me her baby. I said, Mom, I'm a grown man, but she's still my baby, though.
You're always going to be her baby, though. You understand that, right?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
See, my daughter's at that age right now where I say it all the time. You are whether you
That's
want to
different,
admit
though.
it.
That's
you
different.
are 16. You are still my little girl. Dad, don't say that. It makes me uncomfortable. I'm sorry, Lauren. You're still my little girl.
Always.
And Lauren, if you're watching, you are still my little girl. You are.
My little kukla. That's my...
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I like what Mike said.
Art, what does your mom
Sean's
call
eyes
you,
went
Art?
from blue to black from years of covering the Lions.
Art, what does your mom call you?
Non-existent.
Were you adopted?
No. My mom I think she lives in her car right now. I don't know. My mom left me when I was 2, but this isn't about me. This is
said she left you
when I was 2.
when
I
you were
didn't
2?
know that.
Yeah, no, well, it's
I
okay.
didn't know that.
Art, I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
It's okay. That's why I was like, I'm just gonna be quiet.
I said you was kind of quiet.
Kind of awkward.
Dang, Art.
Mikey, you know what? I'm going to say it again. And every time I say it, people get like mad at me around here because they think that I'm supposed to hate you. Mikey TikTok, I'm a fan. Yeah, my eyes were blue-green at one point in time, and they turned black, which is why the other day I got really mad when somebody said, well, I want the Lions to win. I was like, dude, do you, honest to God, I want you to, do you think I want to talk about a bad franchise for 10 hours on Sunday? Like, and you know me, it's like once I calm down, I can do a better job of reasoning. Like, honestly, do you think, like, all those years where I did television in the morning or television at night and did the radio shows, do you think that, like, I get excited about the Lions being bad?
Yes.
No, it's miserable. I would love nothing more than to every day talk about the Lions as the New England Patriots have been. Where
the 85 Bears.
Us being down is rats. We only went 10-6 and won the division and then lost in the playoffs. That's our low point. Are you kidding? So when people say that to me, well, you just don't like the Lions, I'm like, screw you.
How long have you been a Lions fan?
This is a team that
How long have you been a? You went against your dad and your grandfather.
Yes, thank you.
You went against your dad and your grandfather.
You bring it up better than my dad and my grandfather both told me, for your health, you got to stop with this. And I'm like, no, because one day it's going to happen. I don't know when. Hopefully it's in the next couple of years. It ain't going to be 2021.
No, it's not.
Art's in there. Art in the past 2 weeks has gone from 9-8.
The only way
to 10-7 to I think Art's latest is 14-3.
The only way that they win anywhere near 10 games, if it's Joique turns. Joique, what's up? Are you going to go out for the Lions? At receiver?
Wide receiver 2.
Wide receiver. So that's the only way I can see them winning 10 games.
Wide receiver 2. I've seen Joey. I've seen the footage. I've watched the tape.
I wish we had the footage.
I watched the tape. All right, so in case you missed it, and I'm going to have some fun with this, just get ready. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to have some fun with this. All you folks that have been mad at me the last couple days, I'm telling you right now, when Joique's done, I'm going to give you more reason to get mad at me, okay? Because y'all going to get called out, all right? Woodward Sports.
Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Call Sam Chopper Shop, where you can win a custom-built chopper while helping our veterans at the same time.
Watch as the Bad Pig Custom team turns this bike into a one-of-a-kind classic chopper.
And when it's finished, we'll be donating the bike to Volunteers of America Michigan to raffle off in support of our vets.
A great cause to give back to those who've given so much.
Watch for Call Sam Chopper Shop episodes on our social media channels and get your raffle ticket today at callsam.com/chopper shop.
So this is one of those segments you're going to have to pardon me. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let Joique go off because Terry and I, and this is the first of many, and let me say again, it's an exercise in futility because there's a lot that we don't know about a lot of these teams. But Joique, your win total for the Detroit Lions in 2021. Pardon me if I don't sit back and take this all in.
All right, so let's start with the 49ers.
So we're going to start with the 49ers, but am I going up there?
No, you can sit right there. I'm playing the highlights of the 49ers.
All right, so the 49ers, we don't have a shot. we don't have a shot.
Fish keep count. So we're 0-1.
So right now we're 0-1. Because right now, I mean, they have the top 5 defense allowed in the game last year. Their offense is going to be playing at a high level. They have Raheem Mostert at running back, who was actually a former teammate of mine who I really love. And right now, one of our weak points right now is our defense. And so until they show me that they can stop the run game, we won't have a shot at beating the 49ers. The number 2, we'll go to the Packers. The Packers have been the leader of this division since I've played. Whenever you're going up against Aaron Rodgers, we have Adams at wide receiver. Whenever he's on the field, it's a different team. He is the Green Bay Packers. As long as Aaron Rodgers is out there on the field, they always have an opportunity to win. He makes all the players around him better. He's a true leader on and off the field. Whenever he's on the field, it just gives the team more confidence.
All right, so 0-2.
We're 0-2. Now let's go to the Ravens, who has the number 1 rushing offense in all of the NFL. I don't know how you stop a guy who can beat you with his legs. He can beat you with your arms. He can beat you off the play action. He opens up the field. Do you drop a guy back in coverage? Do you bring a guy back? And and put them in a box. This team is playing well on special teams on all 3 phases. We're 0-3.
All right.
0-3. Now with the Bears.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, it's
Football
okay.
101.
Yep.
There.
Now
In
with the-
Chicago.
Now we have Chicago. Right now, Chicago is working on. I don't know if Justin Fields is going to be starting this year. Honestly, I don't know that yet. But I have a splitting with the Bears. I don't know if it's going to be the first game of the season or if it's going to be during Thanksgiving weekend.
I agree.
Now, I thought you had Eagles for the first.
No, they're going to split with
They're
the
gonna
Bears.
split. You're gonna split.
I have them winning in
Thanksgiving.
Detroit and losing in Chicago. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're going to split with them, and that's going to be the tough one. I don't know if we're going to win at home or if we're going to win against them. But
So
I'm going to give us a win here, though. I'm going to give us a win here. Our first win.
Fish,
It's
where
on
are
the
we
road.
at so far?
We have one. We're
1-3.
1-3.
Wow.
1-3.
Okay.
Right now, the Vikings, I don't see us stopping Cook. I just don't see it.
Not with that attitude.
Now we're 1-4.
We're 0-4. I don't see it.
1-4 now.
Okay. Let's move on to.
I mean,
Bengals.
they're number 4. They're number 4 in the NFL in total yards, and so you have a team that's coming off of one of their worst years defensively against a team that's putting up yards on teams around the NFL. I just don't see us stopping them defensively, and so that's why I have them actually winning both games in the season.
Will we win against the Bengals, Joy?
The Bengals.
Look at how
The
fast
Bengals-
he's running.
You know what it is? Joe Burrow, he was playing at a high level last year. It's just about if his offensive line was going to be able to give him time to be able to dissect our defense. Now, this game can go either way, but I have the Bengals winning this game.
Fish with the score.
1-5.
Thank you, Sean.
Art.
I asked Fish, but thank you. Rams.
1-5.
Joique.
The Rams, the number one defense in the league with yards allowed. They're number 2 in the NFL with sacks. We're not gonna
1-6.
Not yet. 1-6.
6. Okay.
The
Jalen Hurts
Eagles-
and the Eagles.
All right, now you also have
Halloween.
the Eagles, who are number 3 in sacks in the NFL. But do I think? Now, me and Sean talked about this before this segment, right? When we talked about this before the segment, he said he had the Eagles as their first win. Do I agree with that? I think this is a game that can go either way. But if I had to put money on this game, I would probably put my money on the Eagles, actually, on this game, Sean. I'll put my money on the Eagles. But I'm going to go with you. I'm going to say the Lions are going to win.
Okay.
So we're
2-6.
2-6.
2-6.
Here comes the streak.
Now you go to the Steelers. Now the Steelers they've been power and they've been carried by their defense, right? They've been carried by their defense. Offensively, I would say they're probably just as lethal as the Lions offensively. And so this is going to be a defensive game, and since their defense is better than our defense, I would say the Steelers are going to win.
Okay.
2-7.
To the
2-7.
Browns.
Let's go to the Browns.
Yeah. Go to the Browns.
Browns number 3 rushing defense, a number 3 rushing team in all the NFL, and then you have 2 of the best wide receivers in the game on the same team on the same roster. I don't know how we cover them both in this game. So for that simple fact,
2-8.
I don't see us winning that game.
Okay.
Here go the Bears. Like I said, we're going to split with them. We're going to split with them. So either we win this, I'm going to say we lose this game
2-9.
because we won the first one.
Okay.
You have 1-9.
Vikings, we're not splitting with them.
He has 2-9.
I think they beat us again this second game, this second round. So we're not going to be able to stop Devin Cook. We're just not. And so let's go to the next one, Broncos.
2-10.
I have us beating the Broncos. And for the simple fact, I'm a guy of numbers. And one thing that I've learned with statistics is that the team that turned the ball over the most is more than likely the team that's going to lose. I think it's like a 70% chance of you losing the game when you turn the ball over more than the other than your opponent. And right now, the Broncos were last in the NFL with the turnover ratio. And so that's why I feel that they will beat the Broncos.
3 and 10.
Moving
So
on
3
to the
and 10?
Cardinals.
Huh?
Cardinals.
I don't think we be Cardinals is a playoff contender. They're a
Shocker.
playoff team.
3 and
we're
11.
nowhere near being a playoff team right now. We're nowhere near being a playoff team right now, but we can make some noise or make some flashes of what we can be in the future. But for this game, the Cardinals are going to win because they're just a better team right now. It's
Falcons. What do you got, Joique?
I have us winning against the Falcons.
3 and 11. 4 and 11.
I have us winning against the Falcons for the simple fact I just don't like the Falcons.
Or maybe it's because a lion beats a falcon in a real fight.
4 and 11.
All right, Seahawks.
Well, but at the same time, the Falcons do have the number 5 passing offense in all the NFL. And so we have to figure out a way to stop them. And they just lost their best wide receiver, in Julio Jones. And so you don't have Julio Jones anymore. And so when I played, that was the only duo in the NFL that had more connection and more yards than Matthew Stafford and Calvin Johnson. Now you don't have that. You don't have that component anymore. And so how do you compensate for that? Mm-hmm. And so I have us winning. I have us winning against the Falcons. The Seahawks against Russell Westbrook. Not Russell. I'm tripping. Russell Wilson. No.
4 and
We're not.
12.
We're not. And then their defense is just way more stout than ours as well. Now, at the same time, they're nowhere close to being the Legion of Doom. The Legion of Boom. I'm sorry. But their offense is better than our defense, and their defense is better than our offense. So, overall, they're going to win the game. And then you have the Packers, which we're not going to beat the Packers. We're not beating the Packers.
Now, Arthur.
Now, I don't know.
hang on.
Is that a home game or is that away?
That's a home game.
That's the home game.
Last game is home.
Now, at the same time, guys, if we sit here and we go through this roster right here, right now, we're basing this on what we see right now. We
That's
don't know.
exactly it.
Injuries can play a major
You got it.
component. So if the Seahawks lose Russell Wilson in week 10 and he's out for the rest of the year, that can be a totally different game. And also with the Packers, if you lose Aaron Rodgers, that can be a totally different game. Right now, the Vikings losing their quarterback or the Bears losing their quarterback right now, I don't think that's going to play a major part in their success against the Lions.
4 and 13.
4 and 13 is the total.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Thanks,
Now,
Fish.
so that's 4-13
You're welcome,
is
Sir
the
Arthur the
total. But I
Great.
think I say they might win 5 games, and a game that they might be able to sneak out. They might be able to
They're
sneak
not
out.
going to beat old Ben.
It might be the Browns. They might be able to sneak one out. I don't know. It
What
just
about
depends
the
on.
Steelers? He's 90 years old, still quarterbacking.
You know, Arthur,
I-
do you know why I'm smiling? I don't want the Lions.
'Cause it's coming
I
home?
don't want
It
the
is.
Lions to struggle. I really don't. I don't want that. I cannot stress that to you enough. I don't want the Lions to struggle. I know people are going to believe what they want to believe.
No, they're going to struggle. But I think these are going to be the games I think that they can probably sneak out if they play their best ball and the other team doesn't come ready to play. This is going to be the games right here.
Go ahead, Joique. Browns, Steelers. Browns and Steelers, that's
I
it.
have them beating the Eagles.
You're not beating
And
the
the
Browns.
Eagles.
I have them beating the Eagles. I don't see them beating the Browns, but I think they might be able to sneak one out.
I'm going to
It's
figure.
going to be close to what you think.
I'm going to finish my thought. Let me share this with you. Okay, do you know why I'm smiling? Because somebody said, oh, Sean's smiling, Sean's loving this. No, but it's not for the reason you think. I pray that this franchise, that I believe in a couple years, is going to be really good. I really do believe that. And I want to get into something that one of our Woodward sports correspondents talked about in regards to that as well. I can't stress this to you enough. I think in a couple of years they're going to be really good. But do you know why I'm smiling? I'm just wondering if all you people that have killed me the last couple days and called me a hater and all that, I just wonder if you're going to fire that towards
Of
Joique's
course
way.
not. Look at the stature difference alone.
I wanted. Are
You
you?
know
are
what it
guys,
is? You know
are
what-
you guys going to kill him the way that you've killed me?
But you know what it is, though, Sean?
Are you going to say he doesn't want the Lions to win? Are you going to say that he's just a negative, miserable pessimist and all that?
I will say, I have not witnessed a single comment shitting on Joique like they
Of
shit on you yesterday.
course not.
You know what it is, though? You know what it is, though? Because even though
actually
Sean
play.
is just as credible as I am, I think when they hear it coming from me, I think they said, well, he played in the game. He kind of knows it. And
of course.
That's what it is. And I think it's not what you say. I think it's how you say it.
Of course.
And so I remember I saw a comment saying that, and it wasn't shitting on me. It wasn't really shitting on you, Sean, either, or Terry. I think what it was saying is, it's not what you guys are saying, but it's how you guys are saying it and making us feel as fans. And I think when I speak to the fans, I'm giving them my perspective, but I'm not making them feel like, you know.
Dabber says, damn, Joique has the Patricia Lions winning one more than the new Campbell Lions. Or they could go 10-7.
Huh?
Nothing. I'm not even gonna.
Well, that's you know, they might be able to sneak one out with the Vikings. I'll add the Vikings in there because they're a division rival, and when you have a division rival, anything can happen. But I have us winning 5 games.
I'm going to do the shiny happy prediction right now. Is that okay? Can I stand up and do the shiny happy prediction?
Go ahead.
10-7.
You got to be loud though. Just point, and I'll say
The Lions are at home, so they're going to win that game. I got 1-0.
Yep.
At the Packers. It's a Sunday night. We don't even know if Aaron Rodgers is
Monday
gonna be playing.
night.
I got the Lions. The Ravens. They're pretty good, but the Lions are at home. I've got the Lions 3-0. At the Bears, come on, it's the Bears. Andy Dalton.
Fuck
I've
the
got
Bears.
the Lions 4-0. At the Vikings, okay, I'm a little worried about Dalvin Cook. I got 4-0. The Bengals, did you see that injury that Joe Burrow had last year? Lions. At the Rams, Stafford sucks and Goff's getting revenge. I don't care where they play. Lions. Eagles. It's Halloween. The Lions always play good on Halloween. Lions. At the Steelers, Ben Roethlisberger's 79 years old. Lions. At the Browns. Okay, if that game was in Detroit, I would say the Lions, but it's in Cleveland. I'll give them the Browns. Where are we at, Fish? I have 2 losses. The Bears, they stink. Andy Dalton, it's Thanksgiving.
Fuck
the Lions
the
always
Bears.
win on Thanksgiving. The Vikings, I told you, Dalvin Cook, the Lions are going to get their revenge because they're at home. So I have 2 losses. At the Broncos, they're terrible. The Cardinals, all right, I'll take the Cardinals. The Lions are going to be near the Cardinals level, but not that. No, wait a second. That game's in Detroit. I'm taking the Lions. At the Falcons, they're bad. They're like the worst franchise ever. At the Seahawks, that's when Dan Campbell makes his announcement to the entire league and says, we're here and we're not going anywhere. And versus the Packers, they end Aaron Rodgers' career. 15-2.
he's gonna have a heart attack.
And guess what? Have I told you about Northwestern Tech?
Oh my gosh.
Start a new career in the industry that is always essential, the cooling and heating industry. To learn more, go to northwesterntech.edu right now. Get started. Lions going 5-12. Sorry. Stay tuned. Woodward Sports.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our #1 priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
What's up? So right before we go to break, Sean gets up here and he goes through his prediction.
15-2.
15-2. And as he's doing that, I have my AirPods and my key right next to the mic. And so he gets up there, he doesn't have a microphone. And so can you go to the wide camera again? So I try to swing my camera around, well, not my camera, but my microphone around to get his voice. And I forget that my AirPods are on the table. And I knock my AirPods off the table with the mic down here. And it goes into this cup of water. It sinks to the bottom.
That's what you get for saying the Lions are gonna win 5 wins. That's Dan Campbell biting off your kneecaps. Boy, you don't even know. They're
You know
gonna
what it
get
is?
10 wins.
Karma.
But I will tell you
It's
this,
karma.
Joique, I don't think you could put those just in rice. I think they're
I
fried.
think they're good though.
They're in a
so
case.
what's the bet? You said you wanted to make a bet with me on air. So what's the bet?
They're
Yeah,
in a case.
the bet was gonna be is that you're gonna just go buy a new pair. So give me those, and if I fix them, I get to keep them.
So is that the bet that I'm going to go buy a new pair?
You're going to.
No, I'm not going to buy another pair. What?
So they're in a case.
They're in a case. They were in a case.
Yeah. So they're going to work.
But when I opened the case and did this,
no, but
water
Fish,
came out.
The case is also the charging unit. So, yeah, they're probably fried.
Yeah, but the charging unit's inside the case,
Oh,
right?
let's argue about it for another year. Anyway, Sean.
You know what? Can I get back to something that both Joique and you commented on? So let me get this straight, because it sounds like I was talking to my wife. It's not what Joique said.
It's not what I said.
It's the way that Terry and I said it. Is that what we're going with?
Yeah.
Like seriously, that's what you're going with.
That's what they're going with. That's what they said.
All right, so I don't know. I just want to make sure. I want to make sure because you people aren't all hypocrites or anything like that. Joique actually had 4 wins when he did this, and then flipped it to 5. I said 5, maybe 6. Okay, but the way I said it makes me the man in the black cat. I'm the villain. Yeah,
I don't think
with
it's
my
that.
little mustache, and Joique is okay. That sounds sane. That perfectly rational and sane.
I'll tell you what it is, Sean.
You gotta put it to perspective.
What people don't like is brutal honesty, myself included.
Oh, I've told you that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Arthur,
I know.
you're
So
getting
here's
me
the
started.
thing. When you say,
Oh no, political Sean! I can feel him inside of me.
God.
So you better tell him to
COVID.
quiet down. You better tell him to quiet down.
No.
Gas prices,
Oh, God.
$3.29 a gallon. Okay, go on.
but
I'm
here's,
sorry.
here's the thing. Joique said it in almost upping the other team because we know what we have. Okay, we don't have a great roster. To where Sean, you would spend more time crapping on the Lions' current roster than talking about how good the other team is.
Because Arthur,
I'm not saying that. I'm saying
No,
that
Arthur,
to the audience.
but this goes back to my you hear what you want to hear. How many times? I love the fact that these guys are going. We've got work to do with this. With this, it's great.
That's true.
They're understanding. Here's the brutal honesty. You brought up brutal honesty. They are looking at themselves and saying, "We've got a lot of work to do." That's why we went and got some extra draft picks and high draft picks at that, so we can fix what ails us right now. And as I've said, Joique, I've said this 100 times in the last 2 days alone. I would better understand this if I was one of these guys sitting up here going, "Oh, it's the same old Lions, man. How do you guys do this to yourself?"
You see JGB? You see JGB?
I love the direction that they're going right now. I'm serious. I can't stress that enough.
You see what JGB said?
No.
It's the way that Joique isn't condescending when he talks to the people. And then he also has another comment. I can accept brutal honesty, but not when your honesty is opinion. Or everything is honestly an opinion until
exactly.
until
I mean, every argument that the other
until
side
the game
makes
starts.
is predicated on that which we haven't seen. I mean, how does that work out for you? So I don't know. Can I read what's it? KGB?
No, JGB.
JGB.
Yeah, JGB.
Can you read what he said again?
Which one? The second one or the first
No, the first one.
one? It's the way that Joique isn't condescending when he talks to the people.
So it's okay. So let me get this straight. If I'm not condescending, if I say, and he actually said less games than me, mind you.
Yeah.
If I'm not condescending, you won't be mean to me? Is that what you're saying? You're lying through your teeth. Knock it off. Like, stop it.
And real quick,
You're
Art,
lying.
bring up that the schedule again for us on the big screen.
15-2, man.
So, Fish, give me what was the wins I had?
Let's see. You had the Eagles.
I had the Bears, Eagles.
You had the Bears. You had the Bears home game, right?
We're going to split. I don't know if it's going to be home or away, but we're going to split.
Okay. You had
Right.
the Broncos
Broncos,
and
Falcons.
he did say Vikings too.
I said Falcons. I didn't say Vikings.
You said that we might
I said
split one with Vikings.
the games that we can probably slip up. I put the Browns in there, but I don't see us being the Browns. But the Steelers.
We can't beat the fucking Cleveland Browns.
they're really good.
Have you paid attention? They're
Are you
pretty
paying
good team.
attention? Are you paying attention to the?
No, because I'm looking at
Art,
his team.
Art,
I'm looking at
Art,
his
just
team.
relax right now. Just leave it there. Leave it there. I mean, right now the Browns have the number 3 rushing offense in all of the NFL. The Bengals are going to be a toss-up as well.
They went 9-5. They didn't go 17-0. Okay, anything is possible.
All right, the Bengals
Yes,
might be
it
a
is,
toss-up. We might be able to sneak out. That's why I said 5 games. So those are the 4 I know we're going to win, and there's always going to be a game that you don't know that we might slip up and win. So I gave us 5 wins.
I don't like what
Me
Mikey
too.
TikTok here. Joique, we will lose because their offensive scheme is nice. Sean, we will lose because you're all morons. I have said in depth. How in depth would you like me to go? What the Lions' issues are. Now, if you want to misrepresent as well, you little asshole, go right ahead. But I'm going to tell you right now, that's not how it went. And that's the stuff that pisses me off. If you want to take shots at me, I'm here every day, bitch. Every day.
Every day.
But you
Swear
better
jar.
come correct.
Swear jar.
All right?
Swear jar.
Take shots at me for that which I say. Don't take shots at me for what I didn't say. I have no problem. I'll own it every day. I will own everything that I said. Hold it against me. Hold it against me for years. Okay? I've tried that route. People don't want to hear what the shortcomings are with this football team. They're as obvious as the plain, because everybody wants to believe that it's just going to be better this year. It's going to be better eventually, but it's not going to be better this year. So yes, Mike, I do take offense at that because I've gone in great depth to explain Jared Goff's shortcomings, to explain that this line, as positive as it is, still has a couple young components, and young components are apt to make mistakes. And if you don't believe me, ask the guy who played. I've talked about this receiving core. Having a couple nice pieces, but nothing that you're going to look at and say, wow, that dude's a stud.
Hey, guys,
Bottom 5.
I love
Bottom
Hawk.
5.
Mikey's backpedaling. Mikey's backpedaling so we can stop.
Hawk is
Bottom
going to be.
5.
I think Hawk is going to be a fantastic tight end. Okay, the running game. Let's wait and see. There's a little of the wait and see. Defensively, they're a mess. They've been a mess because of scheme, and they're still a mess because there's a lack of talent back there. There is an utter lack of talent.
I would
again,
agree.
if you want to take your shots at me with arrows that are true, not that made up bullshit. But I get it. Nobody's going to attack the former athlete. Even though he's one game under what I said, nobody's going to attack the former athlete because he's the hero. Everybody needs your villain, and as Scarface once said, say goodnight to the villain. I'm the villain.
Can I say something?
You can say whatever you want.
How are we going to kick off the season by losing to one of the worst teams that went 6-10? We're going to lose to a 6-10 team to kick off the season with the 49ers. We're going to just lose that.
Which game are you talking about now?
The 49ers. They were 6-10 last year. We were 5-11. Like, we're going to lose to them to kick off the season? I don't want that in my life. I can't handle it. I can't. If we start the season losing to a fucking 6-10 team, well, we're not biting kneecaps. We're using our gummies. We're not fucking getting anything done. Oh, God.
You are the guy that I'm talking about.
I'm angry.
How can you live in the moment like that? So let's say they go out and lose to the 49ers. Does that mean that everything that Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes has done should just be blown up in that moment in time? Absolutely not. You need me in your life.
Okay.
No.
You need me in
listen,
your life.
Art. You listen, Art.
Do you know
stop
why
talking.
you need me in your life?
Why do I
because
need you?
you and your minions that think this is going to be a fantastic season, do you know who you're going to come suckling up to after they lose that first game? Me. And you know what I'm going to tell you? Art, it's a game, man. The Lions are playing the long game. This isn't about 2021. They're going to be better next year, and they're going to be really good the year after that. And then all of a sudden, I'm going to go from your worst villain to, thank you, John. You really talked me off the ledge.
No, because you know what?
Because you think with your heart,
not
your head.
Listen, unlike Mikey bitch talk, I'm not going back on what I'm saying. We're fucking going 10-7. We're gonna kick off the season kicking the 49ers
I love you, Mike.
ass.
You know what else
I
we're
do
gonna
too,
do?
Mikey. I'm just joking.
The way you're talking right now is ridiculous, and we're about to go to break because I can't listen anymore. Do we have a read? We have a read. And would you want to put all your crypto on that? Would you like to put your crypto on all of that?
I don't have any crypto.
You don't have any crypto anymore?
8 Mile Vodka is born in Detroit and is distilled in single 90-liter batches to allow for optimal quality control and care. Then carbon filtered, aerated, and bottled at the perfect time to produce a subtle taste with a smooth finish and a character all its own. This is an exceptional premium vodka that can be chilled and enjoyed straight or mixed to create an exceptional cocktail. Now, next time you're out, ask your bartender for an 8 Mile Vodka or pick up a bottle at Meijer. And as always, drink responsibly. Art, to you and your minions, I have a comment to you. Okay, I want to say this because when what you just described happened, and it will, when what you just described happened, remember I said this to you, okay? And I'll tell you what it is when we come back. Woodward Sports.
Tony is a third-generation logger that has a simple, practical approach to life and work. That's why his Coast DX342 knife is perfect for him. The stainless steel blade is rust-resistant and made for all-weather use. And the double roll-lock safety ensures that it will never inadvertently close when he doesn't want it to. That's why Coast is trusted tough.
Art, I promise you, and to all your minions out there, many of the minions that I have conversations with when I decide I'm going on social media, okay? I promise you, I'm looking in the camera right now. I promise you I am not going to say I told you so.
No, you will.
No, I won't. See? And no, Art, either you're going to believe me or not. I'm not going to say I told you so. You know why?
Why not?
Because I'm not going to like the Lions. Even for a higher draft choice, I'm not going to like the Lions going 4-13 or 5-12 or 6-11. I don't.
You know what I love?
I don't enjoy that.
No, time out. I love that Stick, who's Mr. Lions, is walking out on me for me to die on my own shield. I'm sitting here dying alone, and no one cares.
No,
Hey,
but
Stick, what do you have us going next year?
Hang on.
Oh, yeah, he said he's going to go into the aquarium. Go into the aquarium.
It's not on, Art. Let's go in the aquarium. It's not going to matter anyway.
I have, is my mic on? All right, I have best case scenario. Lions going 8-9.
Woo!
All right, what 8 games? Hold up. Say right there.
did
Keep
you
it on.
hear what
Hold
he
up.
said,
Hold
Art?
up.
Best case scenario,
Yeah,
8
but
and
all
9.
he's got to do is add 2.
I don't have a problem with what he just said.
I know.
Oh, Stick, seriously,
Hey,
I
hold
don't.
on. Art,
If
pull
that's
the
your
cam.
best
Pull
case
the,
scenario, I don't have a problem.
Best case scenario is a
All right.
losing record and people still call me a homer.
Okay,
Like,
so-
it's the craziest thing.
I
Hold on
got
real
your
quick.
back there.
Hold on.
I got your back there.
Stick, what games do you see us winning?
So I got us starting out 0-3.
Okay. We 0-3. First win against the Bears.
Yep. And then
Okay,
I
that's
have
what
us
I had.
going on a miraculous 6-game winning streak.
Woo!
I have us beating the Bears, beating the Vikings, beating the Bengals, Rams,
You have them beating the
Eagles,
Rams?
You have
Steelers.
us, wait, you have us beating the Rams?
Yes.
Holy
What?
shit.
That's
There?
a get-back game, man.
There?
Yeah.
Look at Joique's face.
I'm going to be there.
Against the number one,
Yeah,
against the
you
number
guys
one
got-
team with yards
I can't
allowed.
wait.
Number 2 in sacks.
Fish, you want to
And
come?
you have
who
us
their
beating them?
quarterback is now, though?
Huh?
You know who their quarterback is now, though? I think we're going to get a nice pick 6 gifted to us at an inopportune time like I saw for 12 years.
We had this conversation, Stick, that you and I both agreed that Jared Goff is a more accomplished quarterback, but he's not a better quarterback than Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, it's not. To me, it's not about. He's a better game manager than Matthew Stafford.
So my thing is how does a better quarterback go to a better team and lose to a worse quarterback that went to a worse team?
Well, see, the problem with Matthew Stafford is he always needed a line, right? The Rams line is the worst part of their entire team. So he's going to get hit there. I don't think he's going to last the whole season. He hasn't been able to play healthy for, the last 3 years, essentially, here. I love Stafford. I think he has all the talent in the world, best quarterback the Lions have ever had. I just don't see him being able to put it all together because I've never seen him be able to put it all together.
So you think because he's been on the team when he probably wasn't able to put it all together?
What's that?
He probably on the team when he wasn't able to put it all together.
I mean, well, now he's got every excuse covered, right? He's got his running game.
He got
he's
the run
got all
game.
this stuff.
He got the receivers. And you think he's not going to be healthy in week 7?
I don't know, man. It's Stafford.
I mean, it is the NFL.
Right.
But even if he's not healthy, how many games is he missing? How many games is he missing? He's a tough cookie.
12 a couple years ago. He missed a couple, but it's not only the fact that he missed the games, it's that after the season he admitted how injured he was and it hindered his performance. So sometimes being the tough guy also hurts. because you're not getting the best Matthew Stafford. And then I see a guy like Jared Goff go out and win a playoff game without a thumb. I'm like, all right, this guy's tough too.
I'm going to tell you, two things come to mind. Number one, Art, you would be the worst lawyer in the history of mankind. You just called just called stick to the stand, and stick absolutely was great for the prosecution. You may any further questions? No, sir. You may step down.
Anytime,
Thank you.
guys.
No, but I'll just stick. Seriously? The key words there are best case scenario.
Yes.
And this goes back to my people are hearing what they want to hear. If people are calling you a homer, best case scenario, all the stars align. 8 wins, is it really that crazy?
Anything. No, bullshit. You didn't say anything that them getting 6 wins in a row. You were cool with that?
The first 7 games.
He said best case scenario, 8 wins.
Hey, listen, the first 7 games of the season, the first 7, you have 2 wins and a possible.
So okay,
2 wins and a possible.
If I may, if 8 is your best case scenario, what is the likely win total?
I mean, I would say 5 to 6, but I'd also say that, we could get 9. But best case in my head when I was going through, and that's with a 6-game winning streak, which I know is unlikely, but I see it could happen.
Don't be optimistic.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Don't be optimistic.
Listen, 8 and 9 is a step forward for this team.
It has to be 2 wins.
2 wins gets us a better draft pick, but 8 and 9 is a step forward.
Isn't that funny, Stick? You're also proving the other point that people want to hear what they want to hear. I don't know how saying best case scenario 8 wins is.
That's what blew my mind. It's still a losing record.
I don't know how
I'm
somebody
not
can say
picking them to have a winning record.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Joique
Art, do you want to call any other character witnesses? Because that went well.
No, because
that went very well.
Time out.
But this is who you're talking to, and this is the people we're talking to. They think that we're going to go on a 6-game winning streak against the Bengals, Rams, Eagles, Steelers.
Man, the Eagles suck.
That's my.
I have us beating the Eagles.
Okay,
that's one.
Where do you disagree with me in that 6-game winning streak? Is it the Rams?
It's the Rams.
Okay.
The Vikings. And the Bengals is the possible. Is the tune of possible.
Yeah,
that's
the fact
possible.
that they didn't address their offensive line and Joe Burrow's going to die again.
And that's the issue that they're going to be having.
Yeah.
If his O-line gives them enough time to be able to dissect our defense.
This was my winning streak right here. Boom, boom, boom.
So
yeah, but being the Vikings, I don't have us being the Vikings at all.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't have us being the Vikings at all.
By the end of the year, I think that they're gonna be better. I mean, I do, and it's gonna be a legitimate better, not the let's carry it over till next year better. And then,
the Falcons
lose, win,
lose.
Yeah.
Do you have us beating the Seahawks?
I do not have us beating the Seahawks.
You have us beating the Packers out of the game?
I do not have us beating the Packers.
You have us beating the Cardinals?
No, do you know the one thing we have to consider for that, all jokes aside?
The
Packers
the
might
other
have the division wrapped up like
the
2 or 3 weeks earlier.
Broncos?
Yep.
I have us beating the Broncos. Cardinals?
Those are my 2 other W's outside the 6-game winning streak.
You're the... God.
But how Lion-esque would that be, though? Lose the first 3, win the next 6, we're all on board, we're ready for the playoffs, and then, 2 wins the rest of the way.
All jokes aside, that week 18, the Packers might have the division wrapped up for a couple weeks, and they might sit Rodgers.
They might start Matt Flynn.
Right, like honestly, I mean that and something like that, so that can change it. But
Matt Flynn.
That doesn't help us. Last time they did that, Matt Flynn threw 9 touchdowns in 2 quarters.
Packer record, by the way.
And then he could sign a massive
contract. He still
contract.
sends the Lions a
Russell
Christmas
Wilson
card every year. Dear Lions, thank you for allowing me to light it up and become a multimillionaire for the rest of my days. Love always, Matt Flynn. That was disgusting. But
that was 2011.
Yep.
That was my first game in Detroit. For Detroit. That was my very, very first game. And I was sitting on the sideline, the coldest game I've ever been a part of, because I don't know if it was because I wasn't playing, but I do remember Sam Gash. You remember Sam Gash?
I do. My son played football with his son.
Sam Gash came into the locker room. We went out to warm up, and we're warming up, and we come back in. And this is like just our warm up by ourselves before we come out as a team. And I go back inside, and I look at Sam Gash, and he has on just a polo shirt, he had on a visor hat, 1 pair of socks, and a pair of windbreakers. This is January 1st in the frozen tundra. I had never felt anything like this before. Grass felt like concrete. this is probably the only game I did not follow the coach around. I just sat down on the bench the whole game on the heated bench in a jacket with my feet inside of the heater, right? We go back in halftime. I said, Coach, was it cold? He said, it's a mindset. It's a mindset. We don't need that. It's a mindset. So we go in at halftime, and we come back out, and I look on the sideline. Sam Gass has on 3 jackets. He has on a Scully hat now. He has 3 pairs of socks, 3 pairs of windbreakers, and then like some big Nike shoes on. I said, Coach, what happened to the mindset? He said, no, I wasn't doing it the second half.
You know what? I want to get to something Kenny said real quickly. Kenny said, all right, when the Lions go 10-7, I hope that Art and I can give it to you. You guys know where to find me. Have you ever heard me not own anything? That's again, be honest. For those of you that have watched or listened to me, for
I will say
these many years, I'll own everything.
Someone has tweeted at you so many times about Pavel Datsyuk. And it's coming, like, I see it in your mentions. They're like, yeah, but in 1912, you never said Pavel Datsyuk was going to be a good player, blah, blah, blah. No wonder you stay off of Twitter.
No, do you know what the funny thing about that is? Do you know what the funny thing about that is? And like, I'm tired of, like, arguing it. And my producer at the time is just a wretched human being for doing this. They took part of what I said and edited it.
Oh.
So there was a drop at the radio station for years that said, here's the drop. Pavel Datsyuk isn't good, right? Do you know what the real saying was?
What?
I never said Pavel Datsyuk isn't good. They edited out. I never said Pavel Datsyuk isn't good.
What, did you say something to get it taken off?
Oh, back then I couldn't care less. Like if honestly somebody thought that I said that. But again, unfortunately, there are morons out there like whoever that guy is that tweets at me.
Yeah.
Now, in fairness, there are some people that have fun with it. Like there are people that razz me about it and have fun with it over the years because they know that never came out of my pie hole. Do you know how the discussion started? We were having a discussion about Pavel Datsyuk or Hank Zetterberg. And I said, if you asked me to go to war with one of them, I'm picking Hank Zetterberg. I was a big Zetterberg fan. And again, not to dismiss Pavel Datsyuk, but when Hank was healthy, I'd go to war with Hank. And so, why do you hate Pavel Datsyuk started? And I go, I never said Pavel Datsyuk isn't good. So the producer, being swarmy, like our producer around here, the producer being swarmy cut out I never said, and so that was the thing. So 99 times out of 100, when somebody brings that up, I know they're joking. But there is that one guy that says, yeah, man. And I go, now you understand that was an edited clip, right? And people go, oh, was it really? And usually when I bring that up, 2 or 3 other people will go, yeah, dude, that's kind of an old bit. So that's the story behind that.
This guy named Bobby keeps saying, put your money where your mouth is, Art. You must not watch the show. I'm the brokest one in here. I'm not putting I'll put my diapers. I'll put a package of diapers up on it.
Broke is a mindset.
Yeah, and you know what? So are the bad vibrations in this room when we're talking about the Lions.
Now, do you know one thing that is still brought up to me? If you ever see somebody make the reference, simple math. 12 years ago, I was so convinced that the Tigers had the division wrapped up. I said, quit worrying and just enjoy this. They're going to win the division. It's simple math. There are too few games left, and they have too big of a lead. And, of course, the Twins tied them on the last day of the year and then beat them, if you remember, in Game 163. So that is something for 12 years now. People throw simple math at me, and I'll own it. So to Kenny and to you, Art, if the Tigers go if the Lions go 10-7, what do you want me to say? Do you want me to lie like other people and go, they didn't go 10-7? I'll go, oh man, you were right. My bad. I really disrespected this lineup. But here, do you know what the flip side to that is? I'm not allowed to celebrate if the Lions go. When the Lions go 5-12, because you know what? If I celebrate, I'm an asshole.
It's not celebrating. I don't want to celebrate them going 5-12.
There's nothing to be happy about, so I can't go. I told you.
It's just what
so
we
I'll
expect.
just shut my mouth and just go. Okay.
This is the thing.
This is gonna be okay.
The thing is, I was always taught. So when we go into training camp or we go into a workout, and we know it's about to be brutal, we're going to go in expecting the worst, but hoping for the best.
Sure.
So we're going to the season. The worst, I think the worst we'll do will be 4-13. I think that's the worst we'll do. The best I think we'll do.
I'll talk you off the ledge, Arthur.
The
Don't
best
worry.
I think we'll do is 6-11. I think that's our best case scenario.
My love don't cost a thing. When you are down and you need to talk to somebody reasonable, you can call me, you can hit me up on Facebook, and I'm going to say, dude, everything's going to be okay. They're going to be better next year. They're going to be really good 2 years from now.
Your love doesn't cost a thing.
I promise you, that is exactly what I'll say.
Your love does not cost a thing, but us not getting to break on time does. So can we go to break, please?
Yeah, we can go to break.
You know what, Chad?
What was sports?
We are here, downtown Fenton, my favorite Bridge Street Exchange.
That's right. And you want to switch up your wardrobe this summer? It's this easy. You ready, Joey?
I'm ready.
All right, you ready? I like it. You want to do it again?
Yeah, let's do it again.
All right. Ooh, Brixton. Nice. One more time?
Yes.
Ooh, I like the hat on this one, too. You ready to do it one more time, Joey?
I'm getting tired. One last one.
All right, let's change it. Bro, where's your shirt? You need new clothes this summer. Bridge Street Exchange in Fenton. That's where you need to go. Thank you, guys.
You know, I'm telling you right now, Art, and this goes for everybody else, and I think people have gone through this with me before in this business. I get it. I'm the bad guy, but when things start to go south, I'm not going to tell you I was right when you confess to me. You know what I'm going to say? Dude, chill out.
Will you have a shoulder?
Yes, I will, but you know what I'm going to tell you as you're sobbing on my shoulder? I'm going to tell you point blank, dude, chill out. This team's, it's going to be okay. Look at the draft picks that they have in 2022. Brad Holmes knows what he's doing. Remember how I told you to think about the long game? Yeah. Think about the long game.
Okay.
Don't think about the next move. Think about the move 2 steps ahead. That's where Brad Holmes is right now. I'm telling you, as sure as I'm sitting here. And that's why, believe it or not, contrary to what morons say out there, I'm excited about the Lions. Just not this year.
Listen, according to the Vegas odds, Vegas has just as many wins as I have kids this year. They have them at 7.
No, Vegas has them at 6.
Okay, well, it depends what line you're looking at. Sportsline has them at a 6.9. Vegas has them at a 7.5. When you do the average, we'll call it 7. So, regardless, Sean, I appreciate
Can I say this, though, Art?
You can say whatever
honestly,
you want.
are you going to
Sure,
feel any better if they go, let's say, 7-10? Are you going to feel any better?
I will say this. As long as they improve from last year, if they get 6 wins this year, I'll be happy. Anything better than last year with that pencil-headed fuck.
Last year, you think we had a better roster?
We did.
In some ways, we talked about this yesterday.
Yeah.
In some ways, yes.
Some ways, no.
In some ways, no.
I think in the most pivotal parts, we improved. D-line, O-line.
I agree with both.
Right, with both. I think we really declined at receiver, at the receiving core. I think we upgraded at the running back position. I think we downgraded at the quarterback position.
You have no idea what you're doing right now, Joique, and it makes me. Remember how I was happy a few minutes ago? I'm even happier right now. As a matter of fact, I've got an erection. Yeah. That's how happy I am right now.
You call your wife.
No, do you know what? No, do you know why? Do you know why? Because that was another thing people got mad at me and Adam about yesterday. What you just did. What you just did. You didn't know that. Okay. No. Offensive line, check, better. Yeah. Quarterback, downgrade. Running back, better. Wide receivers. Big downgrade. Yeah, okay. Defensive line, upgrade. More of the unknown. Linebacker, massive downgrade. We don't even know what we have right now, for goodness sake. Okay. Defensive backfield. I think it's going to be better. That was the exact thing to position
and then
that we said yesterday.
And then what's going to play a major factor as well that we have to sit back and kind of wait and watch is going to be the third phase of the game, which is special teams. We don't know. So let's see.
We do. Art, and again.
We do
Art,
what? We do
again,
what? We do what, Art?
Where are the people killing Joique for saying exactly the same thing that Adam and I said yesterday?
Okay, we don't know what's going to happen, but what we do know is that we have to qualify somebody for crypto.
I am so, you know what? Chad,
Snooty Shot.
we're having a talk as soon as the show ends.
Snooty Shot.
There's one critique that I forgot to give you yesterday, and it's a big one.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's a big one.
Sean, you're going to have to go to the golf course to do that.
And I am going to be at the golf. I am going to be at the golf course all afternoon, as a matter of fact. Le Poisson. I don't know if you know this. I'm going to be the fellow sitting at 18 when all the players get off the course.
You know what
today.
kind of makes me mad? And I
You know what
I'm
really
gonna
grinds
get-
the gears?
I'm going to get shit for this, okay? How come Kennedy was invited out there as the golf cart girl? I think that's sexist.
Is that what she was, the golf cart girl?
I think equality in 2021 means that the guy who looks like a lesbian, according to YouTube comments, I look like Rachel Maddow. How come I wasn't invited to go have a bro day with Chad for all the hard work I do?
You kind of
here?
do look
Well,
like you
but
do. You kind of do look like
technically
Roseanne.
Kennedy's doing work. She's out there covering
Art,
for the
I almost
network.
spit something out, but I stopped myself, and you should be
Say
very...
it.
No, I'm not.
You
No,
won't
spit it out.
say it.
I'm not going to say it.
Say it.
Sean.
I'm not going to say
Sean,
it.
The
say it.
Woodward Sports Jeep is leaving. It's open game. Say whatever you want.
I'm not going to say
Yeah, Joey and Jeff just left as well. I don't know if
Yeah.
they're going to the
I
golf
think you
course.
know what I'm going to... All right, I
Juicy
think you
Jeff.
know what
I
I'm going to
can't say
say,
they're going
and
to the
let's just
golf
put it
course,
this way.
but I know
It's
they
a
left.
pro-art comment.
No.
Does that help you out?
Time out, because I'm going to get pissed off. You know what would be fucking a pro comment? Would be me getting a fucking... Everybody's going on vacation. Everybody's going golfing. I couldn't even promote my own event coming up because I was busy prepping for this show. Oh, go golfing. Chad's throwing $100 bills out on the damn golf course. And I'm still here.
Why is the camera not on you while you doing all your theatrics?
Oh, it was for a second.
No, it wasn't.
And you know what? I'm going hunting thanks to my Coast knife. Thanks, Coast Portland. I get a knife. Everybody else gets a damn vacation day. Now let's talk about the crypto before I have a stroke.
No, you know what, Art? I want to say this. Art, you are probably the hardest working person here.
Don't tell Easy and the crew in the back that.
Give it up for Sir Arthur
Y'all
the
better
Great.
put some respect on my name. Vibration. I'm going to be vibrating
Put
all over
some
the place.
respect. Put some respect on it.
Woo!
Put some respect
10
on
and
it.
7, baby. Suck it if you don't believe.
Hey, put your knife on it.
I'll draw the line.
Put your
there.
knife on that.
All right, crypto. I need to breathe.
We have some more comments coming up that I need to get to because
Yes.
you know what, we're getting closer. Are you
Fired.
interested?
Art,
Are you
you need to-
interested? I'm so glad Adam walked in. This
Listen,
day just keeps
Art,
getting
you
better
need to
and better.
work to take care of
This
all
day
your babies.
keeps-
Just
Look
stab me.
at that man.
Just stab me.
Adam doesn't know. Like I've got such a man crush on Adam. It's insane. Kick a football into the back of our truck and you can win 25K in crypto. You know what we're gonna do? Fish, how about the first person that can tell me how to say fish in French on Facebook?
What?
The first person that can say
Sounded like
fish en
Scooby-Doo.
français in Facebook will get them registered to have the opportunity for the 25K kick for crypto, and they will also receive, if I'm not mistaken, their choice of the Coast Portland knife or light.
Yep, knife or a headlamp. So Art has a knife. That's the knife you could win, or a machete, or whatever knife you want, or a headlamp.
I gotta say, I know a lot about knives. These are good quality knives. And they're designed in Portland. Which, really, like, Portland's the spot. We live in Portland. With all the rain.
Fish in French I win, said Kenny. No, if you can say fish en français,
En français.
then we will, the first person on Facebook, we will absolutely positively hook you up. Charles said, yes, the Lions do have less talent. I'm paraphrasing because I don't have it in front of me. But having a coach makes a difference. We'll see. I can't tell you you're wrong.
Right. We can't tell them that because
Can't tell you you're wrong.
the thing is, we can't tell them that yet because we have not seen Dan Campbell coach a full season yet.
Amen.
He hasn't been a head coach for a full season, so there's still a lot of unknown variables that are going to play a major part in the success of the Lions. Now, do I have faith in Dan Campbell? I want to see him do well. I'm pulling for him. But as of right now, we have to sit back and watch and see.
I like
But
the attitude. I like the culture. He's saying all the
I
right
like
things.
I like what he's trying. I like what he's bringing to the table. I like the conversation that we had. I have a lot of confidence in what I think he can do. and what he says. And I know he wants to be here, and that's the type of person we want here in this organization, a person who wants to win here, who wants to be here, who wants to help change the culture. And I think the team that they put together from the top, from the head all the way down to the last practice squad player is going to play a pivotal part in the success of what we're going to do in the upcoming years, not in the upcoming year.
Mark is the winner on Facebook. Mark, if you haven't been registered before, you have won. You have an opportunity for the $25K for crypto, and you get
the fish.
Correct me for fish, player's choice, right? The Coast Portland knife or Little Light.
Correct.
All right. So if somebody can get the information from Mark Kornacki, congratulations, Mark. You have won. Art, can you get that? Or are you doing 88 things at once?
Email art@woodwardsports.com.
Okay, Mark Kornacki, email art@woodwardsports.com.
And please,
Yeah.
I know the other people.
I don't think Sean. Really quick. I don't think Chad went to go play golfing yet because he's right behind you.
There's still a chance.
There's still a chance. I'm not going to win no
He's in his
telecommunications.
gear, guys. I gotta go. Like this is I've never golfed before.
No, so he definitely don't want you on the scene
No,
because
he
I think it's a celebrity golf.
It's a pro.
You know what I'm going to
It's a
do for
pro-am.
Art? Do you know what I'm going to do for you? I'm a big believer in the workplace that the people that work really hard should be rewarded not only with monetary things, but with time out, time off, and with opportunities to go do that. Art, you should be at the golf course today. You work.
Would've, could've, should've. I'm here.
You
Let's
work
keep the
your
show
ass
rolling.
off.
No, because according to the chat, all I do is complain. If you live my life, you couldn't walk. You couldn't fucking walk in these shoes.
He's standing 5 feet
You
behind
can't
you.
walk in these shoes.
I don't know. I don't know any man in here who can walk in a size 5.5 in kids.
No, I'm not disrespecting him. I'm disrespecting the YouTube comments.
What I'm saying is, I don't think any man in here can walk and go 5.5 shoes. in kids.
Actually, they're 10.5. So suck it.
10.5 C.
I'm so sick of being bullied.
10.5 C.
Better let them know. The Lions are going 10-7, and I'm sick of this.
Hey, tell Chad to come here with
Jesse,
a Chanel bag. And
you
Chanel
better let him know.
And
Poor
Sean,
Jesse.
Sean has on
He's
his
another guy that does
Chad has
500
on his
things
man
at once,
bag,
and he's
Chanel
got to
bag.
deal with
Jesse,
this crap.
Jesse, tell Chad to come here with his man bag.
We got to see the fit
Don't
real
come in.
quick.
Yeah,
No,
come in with
don't,
the swag.
don't. You really want him to come
I
in?
want him to come in with the
You're
swag.
not afraid of him right now?
No,
Come
I
here.
bust my ass and get my job done. I ain't got nothing to be afraid of anymore.
We're looking at the
that
swag.
swag.
Come on here. Let us
That
see
is
the
a
swag.
golfer.
Let us see the swag.
That is a
Let us
golfer.
see the swag. Hold up.
That is a golfer.
Hey. Go. Bring the shoe up. Bring the shoe. Show the Chanel bag. Show the Chanel bag. Hey, come. Show the rollie. Show the rollie. Put the rollie up. Put the rollie. You know, look. What time we get started? What time you get started?
149. Gonna tee it up today with Braylon and a couple pro golfers are making me a lesson or two.
Dang.
In.
Hold on, what's your handicap? A 6?
About 6'7". Yeah.
6'7"? That ain't bad. That's not bad at all.
Course is in
good.
incredible shape considering all the water it had. I mean, it really, I was stunned.
I was last night and it was definitely in tremendous shape, and they're just worrying about water a little bit.
Yeah.
What are you accusing me of now?
It's all good. I
No,
gotta
you know what?
All right, get up.
You said
Go
that
warm
Art
up.
should be going out with him, and there he
I'll be
goes.
a-
Oh, no,
walking away.
Art should be going with you today, Chad.
Yeah. He wants to go.
All right, Art. I think you might come. Come on down, bud.
Did you hear that?
I'm working hard.
But he said his seat time's not the
Thank you,
149.
Oh, it's at 149?
At 149.
Oh, so I could go.
You could go.
Yeah, and my jeans and t-shirt?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You can be the
don't-
caddy.
You don't have to dress up?
No, you can go to the pro shop when you get there.
No, Art, there's going to be people in, I don't know, like Santa costumes or fish costumes.
Art, are you working this afternoon?
I have to do a podcast at 1 o'clock, but then after that, I've got a little bit of free
Would you
time.
like to come over my house and drive down with me?
You really mean it?
I mean it.
What time?
I'm leaving probably at about 2:50.
I got to be home by 5:30, otherwise...
It's not going to happen then. Sorry, buddy.
Sorry, but
What do you mean? I'll ride separately.
You need a
that might work.
parking pass. Where they're parking us at U of D, and we're taking a shuttle over. So
To where?
Yeah, but look at me.
Over to the
I'm
golf
not
course.
dressed in golf attire. I look like I look like jailbait.
You know, Matt Ryzik actually just sent me 2 tickets, so I'll be going. You want to go?
Yeah, I would like to go. I got to be home by 5:30. Otherwise, the kids literally start eating the carpet and eating all the furniture, and they destroy everything.
Ooh, Charles, having a pig roast today at the school. I got a pink Hawaiian shirt on. Ooh, pig roast is underrated. I love it. Joique, are you going out there at all?
Yeah.
I love it. I absolutely.
This is my first time going.
Have you been to? You've been to DGC though, right?
The Detroit
golf club?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I'll go off there a few
Love it.
times because they have the 2 courses, so they have about 36 holes there, correct? Yeah.
I was out there Sunday. I walked the course, not the whole course, but I walked the course, and I was stunned. When you consider, I mean, how much rain we had and with the flooding and everything, I was stunned at how good the course looked. Like, stunned. And the cool thing about it is all the guys from the tour that agree. It's great for our community.
My question, like, do they all golf the same course, correct? Or are people on the north one, some people on the south?
Yeah, they go opposite directions though. They go opposite directions until the last day. You know, like the front 9, the back 9, and then the last day everything ends on 18. So it's and they stagger out all the tee times. So it's I love it. And you know what people don't understand? I mean, while we talk about the great event and, you know, the celebrity pro-am and all these cool events, what people don't understand is how much Rocket Mortgage is giving back to the community and what they're doing for the city of Detroit. And last year, you know, they were helping, you know, and this is something that continues this year, the digital divide. And I know that's something that's near and dear to your heart. I don't care who you are. You don't have a heart beating in your chest if you don't take that to heart, that there were kids that were going to start school last fall at home that didn't have Wi-Fi, that didn't have a laptop.
That's true.
Like I don't. You don't have a heart in your chest if that doesn't.
Very much true.
If that doesn't, you know, mean something to you and make you act to do that, because it's funny, you know.
So did they give them the Rocket Fiber internet service?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, it was It was amazing how much they've already done to this point, and so yeah, it's much more than a golf tournament. We as sports fans get wrapped up in the golf tournament aspect of things. Mm-hmm. It's much more than a golf tournament. It's great for our community. Yes, sure. Fish.
So, Joique was saying there's 2 courses, right, at the Detroit Golf?
Yeah, so what course are they playing? Are they playing on north or south?
They're all playing on one course. They're just playing on different sides of it, correct?
Yeah.
So they'll have, what are they, 145, 145?
Yeah, it's staggered tee times.
They'll have half play on the 1st, and they'll have half start on the 10th.
Yeah, it's
half of the golfers will start on the first hole, right?
No, on the first. Is it on the? Are they all starting on the first hole?
Half will start on the 1st, half will start on the 10th.
Right.
But they'll scatter them, but they're on the same course.
Okay.
They're just, some will start on the 10th, some will start on the 1st.
Yeah.
Kenny said the course I work at feels like it's underwater right now, so it's impressive that DGC is playable. The job that they did. The one thing that I will say is if you have an errant shot, you might be in a little trouble. Now, for all I know, I'll see when I'm out there today. They may have cut the rough since then, but the rough was, well, rough. And if you have the errant shot that ends up in the rough, it was a deep rough. Now again, I haven't been out there since Sunday, so for all I know, they cut it, and it's gonna play differently, not only today but for when the tournament starts tomorrow. But yeah, it's amazing watching those guys in person too. I'm telling you.
Can I clear something? Can I clear something up real quick?
And then I think we're good. I think it rains one more time tonight. And then like a 50% chance of it raining tomorrow. If I'm not mistaken, but all in all, it should be a good day. It'll be close to 80 degrees tomorrow, so it should dry it up.
90 on Sunday for Championship Sunday. Oh yeah.
People in the comments are saying that I got what I wanted and then I decided to not go.
Yeah,
For one,
this shows that you're full of smoke.
Yeah, that's what it is. No, honestly, I've got the podcast to do, and then I do have a lot of work to get done.
All right, so you complained that whole time. Now you can't go.
If it wasn't today, like maybe if I had,
it's
I have
for
to
the
do
next 4 or 5
multiple
days.
Jobs around
it's
here.
like a 5. It's like for the next 4.
It's
for
hard
the next 4
doing
days.
everyone's job around here.
Yeah.
I can't get a
Wednesday,
vacation. You know?
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's 5 days. You can pick what day you want to go to.
But Chad's only playing one day, and that's today.
It doesn't matter. He
So
just wants to go. He didn't want to see Chad
I
golf.
wanted to go with the man who's making me be able to afford my family. You know, Sean Baligian. That's who I meant to. No, I would love to go with Chad, but obviously I can't just pick up and go. I've got responsibilities. So
Well, Art, to your point, I think there are people that deserve to go, and there are people that don't deserve to go.
Sean, what's your handicap?
70. I'm not good. I know this will come as a surprise to nobody. I'm temperamental. I'm a temperamental
You know
golfer.
what it is, though? I'm going to tell you something that I learned at a young age about golf that I didn't know. I learned this in high school.
Tell us when we come back.
And I'll tell you when we come back.
It's a great segue.
Can someone say Woodward Sports?
Woodward Sports. Stay tuned.
What did you learn from golf when you were
All
a
right,
young
so
lad?
I was a young kid, so I'm gonna take it back farther than that. So my first introduction to golf was my mother had a set of golf clubs in the house I grew up in, and she had 3 balls in there, and I would grab those 3 balls, and I actually learned how to juggle with the golf balls. But long story short, I went into the front yard, I took her driver, I took a tee, I put the ball down, and I hit it straight. I hit it straight, hit it high. I said, "Oh, this is pretty easy." And so later on, we'll have these family gatherings, and we had a family gathering on my father's side when they all came to Ben Harbor, and I had one uncle who was, I think he was in the motor industry or in car sales or something like that, and so he was telling me, like, listen, I have to leave out today because I have to go play golf, and the family wasn't leaving until I think like 2 days later. So I said, why are you leaving so early? And he said, I have to go play golf. I said, play golf? You leaving us to go play golf? And he said, listen, he said, one thing I'm going to teach you is 75% of business deals get done on the golf course. And I said, why? He said, you can learn a lot about a man by the way he plays golf. I said, how can you learn something about a person who plays golf? Like, what can you learn from playing golf? And he said, if a tee time is at 10 o'clock and they show up at 9:58, then more than likely they're going to be late on they're going to be late on deadline for certain things. So that's what he taught me.
Are we living in a fairy tale right now?
No, it is what it. Sean, did you hear that?
Are we living in a fairy tale?
Yeah, and then if a person shows up at 9:30, he said then they're more than likely going to be on time for different events. I mean, for like different deadlines, they'll be on time for it. And I said, well, what else? He said, well, you can tell if they make a bad shot, see how they react to that bad shot. Do they get flustered and do they throw out their whole game, or do they gather themselves and do they come back out and play well the rest of the way? I said, huh. And I sat back and that's one thing he told me that in high school, and I never forgot it.
Yeah, he's not wrong with that.
I never forgot it.
So, true story. Every time I go golfing with people, and I've golfed with good golfers, you know what happens off the first tee? I'm not joking. People go, "Jeez, holy crap," something like that. I'll kill the ball. And I think because of hockey, what I've been told is I have that natural shot, right? I'll kill it. Like, seriously. Mm-hmm. And then what people are able to do, and I this is why I agree with that. What Joique, you might be able to do, I cannot let go of the bad shot. I obsess about it. And it's not worth ruining my day. So I police myself. Like you can make a bet. Like I could, let's say I par the first 3 holes, par. I'm shooting well, right? Then on the 4th hole, if my second shot is bad, I'm done. It's over. The whole day's done. I know how I am because I might even save it and get a par. Let's say, or shoot 1 under.
How's your short game?
Terrible. So what people do is, oh, dude, we're just having a good time today. Well, it's a good time for you. It's not a good time for me.
Listen,
Don't know how to tell you. Have a blast, guys.
My short game is horrible.
I'll meet you at hole 19. I'll be screwed out of my mind by the time you guys are done with your round.
Sean, my short game is horrible. We was on a par 4, and off the tee, I hit it to the green, and I parred it. Hit it to the green on a par 4, and I parred it. That's how bad my short game is.
So I agree with that, and I mean, to the surprise of it, nobody. I've learned how to harness my temper, but it still flares like a pack of hemorrhoids every now and again. And when it flares like a pack of hemorrhoids is when I'm on the golf course.
Do you take golf lessons?
I have before.
Okay,
yeah, I have before.
And I think that's why I'm able to contain myself, because I haven't taken golf lessons yet, and so everything I've learned has been just kind of self-taught and just kind of through playing with other people and learning new tips. As
I've gotten older, I appreciate the game of golf so much more. Now, it's interesting. I'll go out once or twice a year with certain people, and it's okay because, and it's not a competitive thing. It's more me against me. And that's what I look at golf. I'm not playing you. I'm not shooting Art. I'm not shooting against Art. I'm not shooting against Fish or anybody else. It's more me against me. And that's what it pisses me off. Nothing I've ever done in my entire lifetime has pissed me off as much as playing golf. Nothing.
Seriously?
Nothing. It's infuriating. But like I'll give you an example. Sometimes you know how Wayne State always used to play at noon, and I miss the noon games. Okay, but now that the games are at 6 o'clock on Saturdays, you know what? Once or twice during the fall, my wife and I will go out early in the morning on a Saturday. It's a wonderful day. It's wonderful. I'm not going to go loony with my wife, but it's a wonderful day. We shoot okay and all that. But if I go out, like my buddies they stop asking, like, hey man, do you want to go on a golf trip? What the hell's wrong with you? No. If I go someplace, I want to go someplace and have fun. When I'm playing golf, it's not fun. It isn't. It's not fun.
I enjoy it.
I hate.
You know what I enjoy about golf?
I wish I could say the same.
You know what I enjoy
love
about
golf. I hate playing it.
This is the thing I love about golf when you're playing with your friends. Grabbing your speaker, putting on your music, putting your speaker in the back, putting your phone on Do Not Disturb, and just being one with nature and just enjoying yourself, not worrying about your phone going off. And you're out there for 3 or 4 hours.
3 or 4 hours?
Yeah, to get through a whole 18.
God, I sometimes get breaks when I get to go to the gas station to get milk.
Hey.
Is that where you were yesterday? Your voice is a little hoarse, Joique.
From what?
Maybe having so much fun golfing with the boys.
Kenny said bad day on the golf course is still better than a good day at work. Yes, for 99% of males out there, I'm sorry.
True.
And guys, I love golf. Heck, I'll let you in a little secret. I do a golf show. Like I enjoy golf. I don't enjoy playing it. It makes me mental, and I don't like to be mental.
Snooty Sean, what's up?
Well, it's not Snooty Sean. It could be Snooty Sean. Or if you want to have a break for 5-6 hours, golf course.
Yeah,
I would say this though. Art's never played before, and I would never recommend someone. So when I had my golf outing, right, I had tee times from 8:30 until about 11 o'clock, and that was for all my true golfers, right? Like people who can really golf. And I had my friends who aren't golfers, right? I had them go all out at 2 o'clock together in a row. So we had about 8 carts go out in a row for like the people who aren't real golfers. They just want to come out and have a good time. And I promise you, it took them about 20 to 25 minutes to get off the first hole. One group, the last group of the 9 or 10, the last group, they were on that first hole for about 30 minutes. About 30 minutes. And I said, I'm glad we did it this way because the real golfers can go golf. And you guys to stay back and just enjoy yourselves and have fun. And they were like the last group to go out there onto the course, and so it just worked out for everyone.
Did they play 18?
They played that last group? No, they got about 2 hours, and I think they got to about 2 or 3 holes.
I will say this show has proved the talent and ability athletically that I have. So I'd probably get out there and just.
You know what's crazy? Golf has nothing to do with your athleticism.
Then
at
I'll
all.
do great.
Has nothing to do with that.
I like what Lynn said. I don't golf enough to have a favorite. I'm not good. I just enjoy the scenery, drinking cocktails, and spending time with the hubby.
And that's what it is.
Lynn, sounds like you and I are the same in that regard. If I'm with her or my daughter, I'm totally okay. But there are two people that know how to undress me right away. Yeah. Like when I start being Sean, they can just both give me a look. Like my mom doesn't even have that. Like both my daughter and my wife are the ones that just go, knock it off. Yes, ma'am. Like my mom can't even do that. Like my daughter especially. Yeah. Just, Daddy, yes, I know. Daddy, you're being a hot-headed. Yes, I'm sorry, sweetie.
Speaking of your daughter,
yeah, in that regard, it's pretty good. Yes, Fish.
Are you watching the game tonight with your sons?
No, I'm watching the game tonight with my son and my daughter.
Not sons, plural.
You don't want to go?
You're not coming over to my house to watch a game.
I have learned that
like
with
you
Sean,
need to know that. You need to know that.
To watch a game or just a specific game.
That team, it's never going to happen. Yes, Art.
Nothing. You have proven the point, Trish. We get it. Jesus. Say it over and over and over again.
Why you always bring
Is this
that
a
up?
fairy tale today?
What's a fairy tale? Now, question. Why did you start laughing so hard when I started talking about the thing I learned in high school about golf?
Because that's me. That's what you just described. That's me. Like, that's exactly what he's saying is me. Like, that's my Sean's a nice guy. Sean's calm. Well, then when I get worked up, people think I'm nuts. And so why would I? It's almost like doing the show. Why do I continue? Everybody thinks I'm nuts. So that's the same thing with golf. Why would I go golf with you guys? Because you guys are going to look at me and go, wow, he's not the nice guy that I thought.
That's why you didn't come to my charity weekend.
No, I just wouldn't golf. There's no way I'm golfing.
Can we have an over/under on?
But that's the thing. But that's the thing.
Go ahead.
But that's the thing, though, Sean. It was a scramble, so you didn't have to play your best game. You can use yours off the tee.
Nope.
Maybe he'll go next year. What's the over/under on that?
I can tell you what the over/under is on me playing golf. 0. Baseball's in full swing. Stanley Cup playoffs, NBA playoffs. You can even bet. Yes, on golf. And you can make each and every series or swing matter by having a stake in the game at mybookie.ag. Now, regardless of whether you're betting favorites or underdogs, player prop bets, or just looking to make some cash, MyBookie gives you tons of options to make all your favorite matches a heck of a lot more exciting. And if you're looking to bet for the first time but don't know what to bet on, they are there to help point you in the right direction. Maybe you're a big fan of Club 51, right? I call Phil Mickelson Club 51 because he and I are in the same club. We're 51-year-old dudes. Everybody thinks, put them out to pasture, right? No! Phil showed everybody that that's not the case. So you believe in Club 51? You can put a little wager on him at the DGC. But you have to take the initiative. Go to mybookie.ag, sign up now, and use promo code Woodward to get your first deposit matched halfway up to $1,000. Let them know that we sent you, and use promo code Woodward to get that free deposit bonus and start your day off with a W. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Interesting story, Art, if we may get into this next. Occasionally, these stories come up every couple of years, sometimes every year. But the question is, who is the best sports city in the country? And we'll get into that when we come back, because I don't like the criteria that they use. And quite frankly, I think Detroit partially gets a bum rap in regards to its fandom. I'll explain to you why when we come back. Joique Bell, Sean Baligian, this is Woodward Sports.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. With historically low interest rates and 5-star service, you could pay your mortgage off faster without increasing your monthly payment. Get started now at 248-308-5000 or chat with us online. Call hallfirst.com.
morning, Art. Good morning, D-Mac.
So, Arthur, you were saying you have some video in regards to the best sports city in the country. Well, first of all, what is the criteria? Are you talking about the amount of success that you have, right? Is that what we're talking about, like the amount of success that you have? Well, if we're talking about the amount of success that you have, it's going to be pretty hard to go against Tampa, right? LA with an honorable mention there as well. Maybe you even make the argument that LA deserves it, right? But Tampa, you got a Stanley Cup champion, you got the Super Bowl champion, and the Rays were a pretty damn good team.
Now, are we saying, so when we say the best sports city, are we talking about winning culture, or are we talking about just the culture overall as a sports city?
I think it's a great question. That's the criteria issue that I have.
I think that can be subjective, because I would say Detroit is probably one of the best sports cities. What other city can you go in downtown, leave a football game, cross the street, go to an MLB game, right? Cross the street from that one and go to a NHL game or NBA game. Only city in the country with 4 professional teams, all in downtown within walking distance.
And when Tampa gets their crown taken away in a week and a half in the Stanley Cup Finals, and there's a new Stanley Cup champion, maybe just maybe Tampa loses some of its luster.
Can we talk about why Crackman doesn't get more respect? Because I would love to see Big Nasty from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Crackman get into a rumble.
That's my boy.
Crackman.
You know what, Crackman, if you're watching by some chance, I would love to have Crackman in studio. He is just a wonderful dude. He's just a good guy. He really is. I love Crackman. LA, let me say this about LA, okay? Have you ever been to LA? I know you have. Have you ever been to a game in LA? Nobody cares. I'm serious. Nobody cares.
You know what it is?
It's a place to go to be seen. That's it.
That's what it is.
Nobody cares. And I get it. The Dodgers won a championship, and the Lakers are the defending NBA champions, although they'll be a new NBA champion. And the Rams were a playoff team, and the Clippers are pretty good. And nobody cares out there. They don't. They're all wrapped up in being LA.
Yeah.
Can I say, I think Detroit gets a bum rap. And I'm going to tell you why Detroit gets a bum rap. A lot of people in the past have called Detroit a front-running city. Okay? I'm going to say this. You're partially correct. Where you are dead wrong is, for years, the Lions put anywhere between 65,000 and 80,000 fans in the stadium for a football team that has done nothing but kick us in the face. And this just in, the Lions in Ford Field, it hasn't been a good time. People are always in that place. Always. So I'm going to get Detroit's back for the Lions.
They're negative.
People are always supporting. Well, Art, you know what?
Yeah.
Some people might say I'm part of the problem. Contrary to what people believe, I am always going to be a Lion fan. I have a job to do, and my job supersedes being a fan. But I am never going to be the guy that stops going to games. And I've said this 100 times, and I hope you guys know this.
Best fan.
I can't wait to go back to Ford Field with my kids to see an exhibition game.
I'm going to tell you this, Sean.
I can't wait to go to Thanksgiving with my kids. I can't wait to fly out to L.A. to see my team play the Rams. And you know what? I'm not going to be there as a member of the media that has to look at it all objectively and be buttoned up and everything. You know what? I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna wear my stupid fandom on my sleeve and all that stuff.
Since we're here,
but you have to separate your job from your fandom.
Who is the sports city that would be the best in the country? I would say in the next 2 to 3 years. Would you put Detroit in there? Next 2 to 3 years, all around the board.
All right, now this is where people are going to get mad at me. We are front runners in this town with every other franchise. We are. If you again. I know I'm supposed to lie to you today. We are front runners in this town. Other than the Lions, okay? And Michigan football, okay? Maybe it's a football thing. I don't know.
It's a football thing.
The Tigers I have seen far too many stadiums with nobody in there. The Red Wings don't get me started. I'll turn into Fish, snobby hockey fan. The Pistons don't get me started. We are front runners with those other teams. I tend to agree with you. I think it's a football thing.
Yeah.
Football is king in the country, but football's really king around here. Yeah. So that's why I get Detroit fandom. I get their back because they have consistently supported the Lions. And so I get Detroit fans' backs. I don't know. The New England area is they're pretty rabid fans. Mm-hmm. And they tend to show up, win or lose, with the Red Sox and with the Bruins and with the Celtics and with the Patriots. They tend to show up. So, yeah, for me, I don't know. It's pretty hard to deny Boston. I think Boston's... I haven't been there. I've heard Kansas City's awesome.
Haven't been there.
Yeah,
I played them, but never
all they
been
have
there.
are the Chiefs and the Royals. So I've heard Kansas City's awesome. I want to get there. I want to go to a Chiefs game in particular because it's like a college atmosphere.
What about
there.
Chicago?
I think Chicago's a pretty good sports. The
Except
problem with
for
Chicago
the
that
Sox.
sticks the stick. Well, it's funny. You know what?
front
My son said now that the Sox have kind of gone like this over the Cubs in some people's mind. He said now all of a sudden it's not as difficult as it is to get tickets at Wrigley. But he said more people are showing up at the Sox games. Wrigley's just an event. Steve, if you're watching, he lives in Chicago. He knows this. Wrigley's just an event.
I had a friend who played for the White Sox, and he said that when he played for multiple teams, but he said when he played for the White Sox, that was one of the cities that had the most love, that gave them the most love, that they would actually get more love than the Bulls and other sports teams.
Go ahead.
You're supposed to have your boys back. You keep talking.
Well, I was looking at.
What are we doing?
That just threw me for a loop.
Did it?
Shot, yes. We have to go to break.
No, we don't have to go to break.
No, it's time for a break.
No, it's not time for a break.
It's 12:36.
No, it's time for us to go over the teams that are going to be worst to first. We don't have to go to break until 12:45.
Is it 12:45?
Oh, God, kill me.
Is it 12:45?
Yeah, no, it's 12:36.
No, I'm saying it's 12:45 the time because I'm mistaken. I thought it was every 12 minutes, so I apologize.
That's all right.
So at the end of the day, what happens is, I think, do we define it by their team's success? Well, if we define it by their team's success, then we have to say probably Tampa. You could make an argument for LA, but other than that, anybody who's been out to LA, going to a Dodger game was simultaneously
it's weird,
cool and weird.
It's weird. It's like it's in the middle of. It's not in the hood, but it's like in the middle of just all these houses, and then all of a sudden, boom, Dodger Stadium.
All right. So Art, let me explain this to you. You're literally like driving through a neighborhood, and then all of a sudden the neighborhood ends, and it's almost like you're in a park.
Yeah.
And you take this winding road through this park, and you look like you're in the middle of the woods, and then all of a sudden you make this sharp left, and there's this giant stadium with cement everywhere for the parking lot.
That's in LA?
Yeah.
How many days would it take to walk there?
How many days would it take to...
I don't know. Let me check, Art.
I'm joking. Jesus.
No, you know what's funny though? So I was in Vegas. For Memorial Day weekend with my cousins, and so we went to the Welcome to Las Vegas sign, and we went there. We saw this group of people with like a finish line banner, and you had cameras there, and we didn't know what was going on. We were like, "Can you guys move forward? We can take this picture of our cousin's trip." And they said, "Well, he's almost done." And we're like, "He's almost done." Like, well, who's almost done? And then we see two guys running on the side. And they don't cross the finish line. They were kind of run off to the side. And then you see another guy running, and he runs through the finish line. And this guy ran all the way from L.A. all the way to Vegas in 4 days, running 75 miles a day. It was ridiculous.
31 days and 7 hours.
That guy probably thought the Golden Knights were going to the Stanley Cup, too. Sorry.
That's crazy. How do you run 75 miles in a day, Sean? And you do it for 4 days straight.
When you do multiple people's jobs, it feels like you're running 75 miles a day around here.
You go. You know what? All right, go run 3 miles. You tell me what's worse.
No, remember I asked you, I said, you're doing a 5K? You're like, yeah. And I was like, it's like 3 miles, bro. You got to run the whole thing. You're like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I can't do that.
Dude, I did a half marathon 10 years ago, and I used to run like mad before I blew up my knee, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Something happens to your body and your mind, like around mile 10. Something happens. You just go someplace else. I wish I could explain it to you. I used to I had an accident. And I couldn't do anything for 2 years. I tore my groin and ripped my knee. But my kids, see, they're still used to running, Dad. I used to run like crazy, and I can't do it anymore. But my kids said I ran by them because, you had this course. They said that I ran right by them, and it was like I wasn't there. And I said, something happens. I wish I could explain it. Something happens. It's like you're going to your runner's second win. No,
or something like that.
You get something happens. It's not healthy for your body. I mean, I can't imagine those guys that do 26.2, like 13.1. It was about a mile 11 where I started to feel like delirious. I wish I could explain it to you. So you know what I did? I shut down. Like I told myself, I said, just shut down. You got a couple miles left. How many times have you run a couple miles in your life? And I shut down. And then it was funny because the whole time, I was 40 at the time. The whole time I'm thinking to myself, wow, I'll you know what? I'm going to see how this goes. And once I did it, it was like, why the hell would I do that? Why would I go run 26.2? It was stupid. So yeah, it was. I used to love
push
running.
your body to the limits.
Why?
Huh?
The hell for? I'm 40 at the time. I was 40 years old. Why?
Because you're still young.
But I'll tell you what.
You're still young, Sean.
I got stuck in the rain. I got stuck in the rain yesterday on my old man walk, and I put it to the test if I could run or not. Because I literally have not run in 5 years since I hurt myself. I got in a bike accident. I put it to the test if I could run or not. I could run. I made it home because it was absolutely freaking pouring rain, and I had no choice. It was like, all right, I can get really soaked, or I can just get soaked. So I was about a half mile away from home, and I sprinted home. It was great. It's nice to have my win
How
back.
far was that? How far was that run?
That's about a half a mile away.
About a half a mile
I
away.
sprinted. I'm not joking. I sprinted. I miss running. I really.
Get back into it.
Because I can't. My
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just
my knee shot.
A half a mile.
My knee shot.
How did it feel when you?
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. But you know what? It was the great equalizer because I'll tell you what. You want metabolism? Oh my gosh. I could eat a freaking cow. I miss it. Gosh, I miss it.
Here we go.
Nick said it's very healthy. I've ran 35. I have ran 50K and 4 times 26.2. Gosh, I miss it. I enjoyed it immensely, but my groin and my knee are just, they're against it. Yes, Fish.
I found a new bucket list item, right?
Mike
Of course,
G.
it's going to New Zealand.
Hold on.
Walking to Los Angeles. Bucket list item right there.
I hear you. Mike G. Art does 2 things: breathes and whines.
Yeah, and you still got my name in your mouth, so thank you, buddy. Appreciate you.
Yep.
You know
Pretty
what's
much.
crazy is I know that I do probably more talking than I should as being just the technical director, but the amount of comments that have my name in them, I just love it. I love it. Shout out to Ryan and Epic and Lions Rumble. You're nice.
Who's the bigger villain, you or me? Seriously.
Depending on the day. If it's me whining about my life or about I'm not making any money, then it's me. But yesterday, you and Adam, the comments wouldn't stop.
Well, here's the funny thing. Adam went next level. He did. That's what I told him. I said, "This is great." Today, I'm not playing the role of the villain because I get it. The ex-Lion's never going to be that, and seriously, he's never going to be the villain. He could say the exact same thing as I did, and he did earlier. But nobody. He played for the Lions, for goodness sake. I get it.
But the thing is, Sean, is we can laugh at it because I'm putting this comment up right now. I'm the one who puts the comments up. You know how many comments I put of people talking shit to me? It's not a thin skin thing. You got to laugh at it. Like. Thank you for mentioning on the Baligian and Bell show. We've been talking about having my name up there.
Which is one of the best shows on the network.
We've been talking about
one of the best shows?
my name in the logo.
One of the best shows?
This is the best show.
Okay, thank you.
Say it again?
Best show on the network.
This is also your favorite show on the network, correct?
Well, that's my opinion. That's why I said best show on the network. Best show ever, favorite show, same thing.
You know, but we're all a family here.
Maz
There's no
would say
competition.
The Hook is the best show on the network because he's on the hook. Stick would say his show is the best because Stick's on the morning show.
Okay, but
I don't know if I want Fish to be in the aquarium today.
Well, that's fine. That's his
I heard
opinion.
what you had to say, Fish. And quite frankly, I don't think you're being very nice to Sean. There's nothing snooty about him.
Well, you have a bunch of contacts, Maz. Just use them to contact an audio guy.
I didn't buy the chair.
Oh, we weren't talking about chairs, Maz.
Oh, one last thing, because people are like, I don't like when Art's quiet on the show. The only time that I'm quiet on the show is when this man pisses me off. That's the only time. Other than that, that's the only time. I've never been quiet on this show due to personal reasons. It's always because of Joique Bell. Oh. We can go to commercial now.
The fact that you put the camera on him, too, you're such a weasel. It's great.
Yeah.
Well, Joique just immediately, there it is. Yep. There's the winning smile,
You know, and it's crazy because nobody in the comment section hates me.
Oh, no, everybody loves
look at even Jenna.
See,
Art, be nice to Joique.
That's what I'm talking. He said, listen to me. I need to point this out in case you're just joining us. Joique was actually less optimistic about the Lions this season than I was. Is anybody lining up to say, hater, pessimist, die forever? No.
You know what they say, hurt people hurt people.
Okay, Joey.
You know what it is?
You, Joey.
Sean wants the people to be mad at me too and treat me with this. No.
I just want to be treated fairly.
It is fairly, but like I told you, JGB said it. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Gosh, you sound like a wife, KJB, whatever the hell your name is.
I'm not mad, it's just the way you said it.
So if I said it like this, would he be okay?
It would.
Do you know what's funny? Somebody yesterday was like going, you got to stop calling people idiots and morons. I was like, dude, that was Adam. I'm not going to call you an idiot.
No, that was you, Sean. Everything's your fault.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, it was me. My apologies. Yeah.
What up? So, real quick, but before we go to break, when we come back, I want to talk about the playoffs. We haven't hit on that yet. We definitely got to hit on that.
Be nice to Joique.
You see, Jenna
Joique's an
had my
angel.
back.
You can do no wrong.
I'm going to pee. And you know what? You're going to get mad at me when
It's
I
fine.
go pee. Because there are two standards around here.
You know what it is, though? You go to the restroom, Sean.
Right
and when we come back, I want to tap into the playoffs against the Hawks versus the Bucks. I was surprised. Let's get into it when we get back. Woodward Sports.
Tony is a third-generation logger that has a simple, practical approach to life and work. That's why his Coast DX342 knife is perfect for him. The stainless steel blade is rust-resistant and made for all-weather use. And the double roll-lock safety ensures that it will never inadvertently close when he doesn't want it to. That's why Coast is trusted tough.
So yesterday we had a great game between the Hawks and the Bucks, and I was so happy to see it. Tied the series 2-2, and as of right now, Trae Young was out. Giannis injured his leg early in the game yesterday, but this game right here was a big confident booster for the Hawks. For them to come out and play the way they played without their star player and hold it down with both star players being out shows how good of a team they are. I mean, look at this shot. Look at that shot. Amazing.
Here's the injury right here. So you'll see it better in the second shot, but he's getting imaging done. So
yeah,
right here,
and that sucks. The hyperextension.
What are you?
You know what? I wanted
an
arts view for the show.
What are you doing?
I just wanted an arts view. I want to see what you're looking at.
Bring up that quote.
Read
that quote real quick.
Yeah, I just hope it's not serious. This is from Chris Middleton. I just hope it's not serious. We'll see what happens with Giannis. It would be great if he plays, but if not, we still have a capable team of going out there and winning. I don't think so.
I mean, if you take out the both star players, all right, you take both out, you just saw what happened. Now, at the same time, wow. I mean, and this is tough. This is
now
tough.
he did end up coming back on the bench, but still, I mean, he was hobbling. It looked like it did not look good. And as you can see from the staff, they're worried. I mean, losing Trae Young due to an ankle sprain compared to that injury. I mean,
we don't even know what that injury is yet.
Oof.
So,
I mean, but look at it. It's not.
And this is the thing with in the NBA. Like, if you can go back out there and play, it's not an injury. You're just hurt.
I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he was benched. He didn't play the rest of the game. So
yeah, so I would call it an injury. But I think Trae is coming back, though.
Woo! 48-point Trae.
Yeah, I think Trae is coming back. If Trae comes back before the end of the series and Giannis is not coming back,
it's over.
It's over. It's already. Now, honestly, I think that if you take both those players out of the equation, that this is what's going to happen, because they're two totally different teams without their star player.
Absolutely.
But the thing is,
Atlanta proved it last night.
And they did prove it. They proved it last night. But the thing was this: you had the older vets coming in, stepping up, and taking a lot of the pressure off the younger guys. Bogdanovic to Lou Will. Lou Will went out there, had 20 points. Bogdanovic had 21. And they were making clutch shots. And whenever it seemed like the Bucks were getting back into the game, the Hawks responded right back, and they fought them off the rest of the game. I really enjoyed I really enjoyed seeing the Hawks lineup step up when Trae went down.
But this is a blowout to me.
It was a blowout.
110-88 without Trae Young. Like what?
Yeah,
that's insane. And if Trae comes back, and like you said,
and honestly, they were up when Giannis was still playing.
Yeah,
they were still up. So for them to, and I don't know if the Bucks thought the Hawks were going to lay down because they didn't have Trae Young, but they really stepped up and came out and played well. Shout out to the squad.
Yeah,
shout out to them. Do I think they are going to make it and advance to the next level? If they continue to play like that as a team cohesively, I think they make it to the next.
What's crazy, though, is like to predict a Suns Hawks like final. That's just everyone had the Bucks going in. You know, everyone had the Bucks going.
No, you know what's funny?
Everyone had the Nets going in.
That too.
A lot of comments that I want to read here. Like Kenny said, you did cuss me out the other day. I'm never going to cuss you out for your prediction.
Oh, Jesus!
All right? But when you say something like, I had the feeling based on when you said I want a losing team, like that's the stuff I can't tolerate. That I explained this the other day. And let me hear it. You are a moron. Not you, Kenny, but you are a moron if you think somebody like me wants the Lions to lose. You are. Because, number one, you're not taking into consideration, like, whether you believe it or not, I've lived and died with this team forever. Do you honestly think I want to spend my Sundays, talking about a losing team from 9 o'clock in the morning until midnight? Like, honestly, do you really think that I want to do that? Do you think that it's fun to come on here and talk about loss after loss after loss for all these years in my life? Are you, like, I'm not joking. This year is utter freedom for me. I'm not doing any pregame show, and I'm not doing any postgame show this year. I feel like I got let out of jail. It's miserable. It's miserable. Now, when the team is good, and they will be good, it's going to take a couple of years, I would love to do it. I want to talk about wins. I want to talk about an 11-5 season. Now, I want more than just 11-5, but you know what? Gosh damn it, it was fun talking about that year. It didn't end the way that any of us wanted, but yeah, it was fun. So that's why I cussed you out. Because, like, you are, and here's that word, you are a moron if you think that somebody like me wants to talk about loss after loss after loss. I don't want any part of that. I didn't call anybody a moron that if they said, I think the Lions are going to be better than you thought. I think you're wrong, but I'm not going to call you a moron for it.
So is Art a moron for thinking that the team is going to go, what's that, 11 and what?
No, you said 10-7.
10-7?
No,
yeah.
you're being a slap.
Well, and delusional, and that's fine. But, Sean, I know what you're saying because there's a difference between Lions hatred and not being optimistic about a team who's underperformed.
Well, and like I've said this 100 times, you guys could kill me. It's funny because I just saw the Barry Sanders article this morning about Barry Sanders saying, tell me if this sounds familiar, this is a great opportunity for these guys. I really feel like these guys are going in the same direction. Remember when I said that about 500 times? And if you didn't hear it the first 500 times, let me say it one more time. I'm excited about the future of this franchise. I like Brad Holmes. I like what I've seen from Dan Campbell so far. I'm excited. It's just not going to happen overnight. But like I said, if Barry Sanders says that, yay, Barry. If Joique Bell says 4-13, that's okay, Joique Bell.
Oh.
But because I raise my voice, holy shit.
I don't mean to continue to beat a dead horse because you're right, and I get that. Breaking news, kind of not sports related, but Bill Cosby's being released from prison.
Ooh.
I didn't hear what?
Bill Cosby is being released from prison.
Yeah, from what I'm reading in the article, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court overturned his conviction of sexual assault, and he's being released from prison.
Overturned it.
Overturned it.
So now, when they say overturned, now does that mean he's innocent?
Pennsylvania's highest court overturned Bill Cosby's sexual assault conviction Wednesday after finding an agreement with a previous prosecutor prevented him from being charged on the case. Cosby has served more than 2 years of a 3 to 10 year sentence. He has vowed to serve all 10 years rather than acknowledge any remorse over the 2004 encounter. So, didn't mean to cut you off, but people were talking about it in the chat. I know it's not sports related. I'm sorry, but we're almost at the end of the show.
Yeah,
it's kind of
fine.
That's
fine.
Kenny said we talked about it. Calm down, but I'm just frustrated because I can't just walk away. No, Kenny, I'm with you.
How come Corey with a K isn't in here breaking this?
Can I? And that's a point I tried to make to Kenny.
Art, he's
Kenny,
at the golf course.
Here's the difference between you and me. Joique, I tried to explain this the other day, and this is what got me frustrated. When the game is over,
right,
Kenny, you can go outside and barbecue. You can go for a walk. You can go to the cider mill. You can play with your kids. You can play a round of golf. I'm left talking about the Lions for 3 hours after the game.
Let me ask you a question, Sean.
That's the difference between you and me. So that's why I'm saying, do you honestly think I want to do that? Why would I do that? Why would I want to do that? Honest to goodness.
Have you ever seen anyone tailgate for a Pistons game or a Red Wings game? Or
back in the day, we did there were a few of us at the Palace, many, many years ago. We did.
Okay.
And it just never caught on.
All right. And then now this is a comment. It's kind of funny. Detroit could be back on the sports map in 3 years. Wings and Pistons are close. That's very much true. Someone said to you that when you say the same thing we say, you get scrutinized for it. They say that you ain't Barry or Joique. Laugh out loud. That's kind of funny. Okay.
You're right. And you're a horrible, hypocritical person. So here we are.
Yep. And the last comment I'm going to read. I just hate when realism is misconstrued as negativity.
Thank you. Couldn't agree with you more.
I think what we do on this show is we focus on the hateful Sean comments without real. I'll tell you, there are people that agree with you in the chat. It's just a small percentage. But the comment that I just seen
Tammy,
pop up. But answer this, Sean.
Real quick, hold up, real quick. Tammy said we aren't allowed to tailgate at LCA now. You don't have to tailgate at LCA, but there are places around downtown that you can go tailgate.
Someone did comment and say, Sean, well, then why do you choose to do that? Why do you choose to cover it if it creates so much stress? But that's your livelihood.
That's my job.
Yeah.
You think Art wants to be here? He needs this job.
Yeah.
This is where I'm going to try my best not to be condescending, because is that a dumb comment. I just was condescending. If given my druthers, would I rather talk about a winning football team or would I rather talk about a losing football team?
You guys want to hear more about this?
You can't figure that out on your own? Mm-mm. See, there I am. I'm going condescending
You're going condescending again.
Why do I choose to do it? You know what? I love the Lions and I love my job. And here's the thing. You know what? This year, I'm choosing not to do it.
You don't love them?
No, I'm choosing not to do that job this year. I'm not doing any pregame television or radio this year. And I can't, you know why?
You know why?
Because now I can go back and I can take my kids to games and I can go to tailgate. And if my kids and I want to wear our Lion Luchador masks, we'll do that. But at the same time, like, put yourself in my position. Now let's roll reverse. Do you want to talk about a losing team? Like, come on, use common sense there, man. All right, we got to get out of here. Have a great day.
Gang, gang. Woodward Sports.